Let's hope some people show up. If not, it's just gonna be a fast stream. God knows I'm not in the mood tonight. It's been a hell of a week. It's not getting any better. He's happy. I'm happy for that, but it's been a week. Oh, we got somebody. Are they gonna stick around or no? They're probably. I'm not kidding. I usually give it like a minute. Hey, Crown. How's it going? I'm giving it a couple minutes until I actually start. That way, in case there's people that want to show up. Thanks for coming around for last night's little quickie stream. I appreciated that. I know there's like two things I'm going to do tonight. This is one. I'm probably going to do a live rant video then afterwards. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So yay. 'Cause I'm mad at myself yet, but all right, well, we're 2 minutes in. I got at least 3 people watching, so let's get this thing started. So, hi, everybody, and welcome to the worst podcast ever. Show with the name that came from a friend of mine that I'm probably going to have to stop talking to forever. So, yeah, if anybody wants to know, by the way, why I kind of seem down in the dumps, go to my channel, go to the live section and go look at the the life update stream. I did it last night, which would have been the 14th, and you will get your answer because I'm not going to go into it again. But yeah, this has just been one hell of a week for me, and not in a good way. No, not in a good way. Hasn't been a good week. It's been a bad week for me. And I was actually, I was doing a little better this morning, and then I want to say like maybe an hour ago, I want to say it started hitting me again. So that's not helpful. But anyway, let's try to distract me as best we can. This week's topic is cartoons. So let's talk about cartoons. You know, the thing where you can pretty much do whatever you want in them, and there's no repercussions. There's never any repercussions in cartoons. You can always have fun stuff. Even the slice of life drama cartoons always end up going right back to, well, we're not going to make it horrible. We're not going to do this or that. So it always end up making it really good then. But yeah, let's talk cartoons. I need something to distract me so bad right now. It isn't funny. So let's talk cartoons. Hey, Alter, how you doing? How you doing, Alter? Again, if you missed the part where I said, if you're wondering why I seem down in the dumps, go check out the live stream quick from last night. It's called Life Update, and you'll see. Oh, that's good. At least you're doing fine. Are you doing fine as in you're doing okay, or is it fine as in you need help? Because there's 2 different types of fine, apparently. I'm the fine, but I could use some help. But mine is basically I just don't have anybody to talk to. I just don't have anybody to talk to right now. So that's the fine I'm doing. I just don't have anybody to talk to, which sucks a lot. Thanks. like I said, if you want to know what happened, I'm not going to get into it again. I got to try to work past it, but um, go check the life update stream from last night, and you will get the gist of it. So I did that last night, right after I did Jessica's stream, just in case I seemed a little down in the dumps today. I tried meditation. I actually meditated for like a good hour today. I felt really good afterwards, but then I don't know, something was just telling me I should check something on Twitter, and I checked something on Twitter, and I shouldn't have checked it on Twitter, and I was like, God damn it. And then it just brought everything back again. So that's what I shouldn't have done. So I had to do something drastic via Twitter, which isn't fun, but yeah. All right. So let's talk cartoons. Like I said, cartoons are a wonderful thing. You can just take your mind off of a lot of problems that you're having. All cartoons basically just give you a wonderful thing. It's called a script. They have world building, adventures, slice of life, drama. I mean, I remember watching King of the Hill. There's The Simpsons. Um, so many fun cartoons. So Flintstones, Jetsons. If you really want to go back to the olden days of ones, Transformers just gave you like the neat science fiction stuff that you could have, the robots and everything else, and even anime is really good. But yeah. There were a few, but if they only lasted for like one season, I'm not really sure what they were anymore. There were some cartoons that only lasted for like a couple episodes because then they got yanked. But like one season, I would go with Baby Blues definitely because I love that show. I thought that was really good. The McPhersons, based off the comic strip, but it apparently season 2 was done. It was recorded, it was edited, it was produced, but they never put it out on the air. It's sitting in a vault somewhere. Yeah, I saw that. It got release date. I saw that. It's going on to Hulu, but I'm not paying for it. I don't have the money. Nor do I have the drive or the gumption, but I mostly just don't have the money. Yeah. Like I said, tonight's is pretty much just going to be a chat. For the love of God, please just chat away. I will look over this way because mentally I am not in a happy place right now, but I got to do something to get my mind off it and distract myself. So chat away and I will answer. Like, come up with cartoons you want to talk about, stuff like that. I will answer because I'm not here mentally. I think the modern cartoons are trying way too hard to hit the market. They're trying to pander to the audience that they obviously don't have. They know that, okay, we need to have the audience be this demographic. So they're trying to make their shows geared for that demographic, not realizing that where they're putting it out now, any demographic can technically watch it. They're not subjugated to certain demographics anymore. But yeah. Like I said, I'm not doing well mentally. I just got off of a 2-day bender of Dr. Pepper. I literally drank 12 bottles over the last 2 days. So, and mentally, I'm just not here. I'm not a fan of Elvis, so let me just put it this way: anything with Elvis in it is automatically a 0 in my book. I'm not an Elvis Presley fan at all. Not an Elvis fan. No. So anything with Elvis Presley in it, it's an automatic 0 for me. Come on, according to my little view thing here, I got 4 people watching me and only 1 person typing. If they want, no offense, if they wanted to do a prequel to Gremlins, they should have just did that as the second movie instead of the sequel to Gremlins. So instead of Gremlins 2, they should have made the sequel the prequel and not make it in cartoon form. I think was a bad idea, but yeah, no. But like I said, I got like 4 people, according to this, watching me right now. There's a number that's right here on my screen. It's saying there's 4 people watching, and only Alter is typing. Alter, I don't mind that, by the way, but other people can chime in here too. Like I said, really need a distraction here. Please, I need a distraction. Chuck, thank you. Somebody else. No offense, Alter. Like I said, I don't mind you typing. I just enjoy it when other people chime in to really help me here right now. I really need it today. That's great. That you have been into cartoons since you were a kid. I was too, Chuck. So was I. Honestly, Crown, I thought Hazbin Hotel was boring as hell. I watched the pilot when it came out. I watched it with my mom, and I honestly thought it was boring as hell. I thought it was boring as hell. I really did, but that's just me. Well, see, I liked some live action shows when I was a kid. I liked Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, VR Troopers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, stuff like that. But at the same time, we also had cable. So I could watch Garfield and Friends, Doug, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Our Real Monsters, and stuff like that. Yeah, I know they're making more live action reboots. I know. I have not seen Primal. I don't have cable anymore. We watch stuff on a Roku. So I actually have not seen Primal. Yeah, how long did that last? Was it like a few months? Like a couple years? I know they did that with Back to the Future. There was a Back to the after I think the third Back to the Future movie came out, then they started making the Back to the Future cartoon, which wasn't that great. I never really liked the Care Bears. I never really liked the Care Bears. I really didn't. I never really liked them. Carolot can bite me. I know the Mask had one, but it wasn't Jim Carrey doing the voice. But I know there was the Mask animated series, and I know Ace Ventura had an animated one as well. I remember the Mask because I always liked the theme song. Yeah, I saw the Spaceballs thing. That pissed that sucked. I saw that. I think that was on Pluto. Yeah, there's a Pluto channel for it, and I was watching that. I was like, man, this blows. It was like good from the movie and just completely robbed it of its uniqueness. It sucked. Never heard of. Oh, Care Bears. Yeah, okay. Like I said, Chuck, I never saw Care Bears. I don't really like the Care Bears. I don't like the Care Bears at all, actually. Oh, this week is blown. Yeah, in all honesty, I stopped caring about Night at the Museum after the third movie. My mom has all 3 of them because I traded her. I ended up getting the third one, and I traded her that one for a movie that she had that I really wanted. So we just swapped movies. But I actually hated um the third one. I think is where they should have stopped at 2. They honestly should have just stopped at 2. We didn't really need the third, but sure, let's just give us the third while we're at it. What the hell? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe I don't know, but maybe who knows. Okay, bye, Alter. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for helping to distract me for a little bit. It helped. I mean, there's some good cartoons. There's Garfield and Friends. There's Doug. Rugrats, All Real Monsters. And that's not even counting the Cartoon Network stuff. There's some really good ones. I actually liked Bananas in Pajamas, but I remember watching the live action one more so than the animated when I was a kid, because we had PBS, and that was one of the things that was on PBS at the time. They had that on early in the morning during the summertime for kids. And I remember watching that because my mom got me the Bananas the one year for Christmas, P1 and P2, which was really cool. I did watch Spectacular Spider-Man. I thought that was really good. Wish that would have gotten its last season, though. If I remember reading right, they kind of ended it. They said that the ratings for it were really down. They were really low. They weren't going to greenlight the third season. Yet they were telling the cast, "Oh, you guys will be back for the third season." They're like, "No, we're not going to do a third season now. Forget it." Which really sucked because it wasn't bad. They definitely did a better rendition of that one, I think, as more of like a standalone story for Peter Parker than they did for than they did with the later renditions of Spider-Man for animated stuff. Like the one that has that had Drake Bell doing the voice. They kind of did better with the Spectacular Spider-Man than they did with the other one. I can't think what it was. Was it Agents of Smash or something? Well, whatever. Let me put it this way: it beats Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends from like the 60s or the 70s or whenever the hell that piece of garbage came out. It beats that one by a country mile. Yeah, there was also a really good one in like the 80s. There was an Iron Man, the Invincible Iron Man, it was called, because I remember when I was a kid, or no, it would have been like the 90s. Sorry, I would have been like in the 90s because it was on UPN for our cable. They had like a whole bunch of the different suits in that he could bring up, and I thought it was really good. I remember getting some of the toys. I thought they were really good. If you want a good show though, that came out in like the 80s, a good cartoon, it was called The Centurions. It started out as like a 5-episode miniseries called Fire in the Sky, which was really good. Then it got a really good run. Kenner did the toys for them. Kind of wish he would bring that back. I wish Lego would get the rights to that and bring that back. Oh, come on, Chuck. That's BS. It's not that bad. Oh, Power Extreme. The Centurions ruled. You had the 3 characters. You had Max Ray, Ace McCloud, and Jake Rockwell. They could call on armor from freaking space. Oh, okay, look, okay, that underrated. Yeah, okay, thank you. I thought you were being like upset about it. Like, no, like, whoa, wait a minute. No, it's not it's a good. No, yeah, no, it is heavily underrated. It was a damn good show. I liked the episodes, the 2-parter. One of my favorites was when Doc Terror and Hacker's robotic sides merged together. And they literally beat the crap out of the Centurions. They crippled Max Ray. Then they took down Ace and then they took down Jake, and all that was left was Ace. And he actually had to get Doc Terror to help him, which was kind of creepy. It was a good episode. It was a good 2-parter. I liked it. I'm going to say this about Ninjago. It was not a bad show. It started out as like that standalone movie, then it got a series. It was at the height of Cartoon Network really trying their damnedest. They had the licensing deal with Lego. You had Ninjago, Legends of Chima, a whole bunch of good stuff. I think they ended up getting Nexo Knights too for a little bit. And then just like that, boom, they just like the deal either got like the deal was done or something else just happened. It's like, yeah, no, screw you guys, we're done. Because Cartoon Network was changing up their entire lineup then. Hey. I'm not gonna say it. So hi, Google. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get screwed. I don't want to. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get screwed by YouTube. Cartoon Network didn't wrongfully cancel Symbiotic Titan. They lost the license for it. They lost the rights to air it. It wasn't that they got canceled. They didn't cancel it. So what happened was they had the license for it. The license went for so long because I think it was owned, if I remember reading it right, it was owned by a different company. And Cartoon Network was licensing the show to be on their network. The people that owned it saw the time slot they were shoving it on, said no. Then when Cartoon Network was like, well, it's a little too dark for this time slot anyway, so we're going to have to move it to this time slot. Then they really said no. And then not too long after that, they said they're like, you know what? If I remember reading it right, they got lawyers involved and they ended up getting out of their contract, which brought an end to the series. So it was like, yeah, Cartoon Network kind of screwed themselves on that one. But yeah. Yes, I have heard of GoBots. And technically it's not even a parody anymore. It's the preschoolish version now. The GoBots and the Rescue Bots. So technically they are part of the Transformers universe. Technically, unfortunately, they're part of the Transformers universe. Go figure on that one, right? I kind of did a little bit. I mostly just remember Mad as the like sketch comedy show, like the watered down version of SNL that was on Comedy Central every now and then when I was channel surfing. I just remember Spy versus Spy. That's honestly the only thing I remember was Spy versus Spy. I was like, yeah, I remember Spy versus Spy. I'll pull my tab out here quick. Yeah, I remember. Well, there's a Grinch themed parody and a lot of stuff after the. Well, you have to remember after the Cat in the Hat movie came out, I think it was the widow of Dr. Seuss, literally put her foot down and had her lawyers, shove their foots up collective asses, which said no more in regards to live action. So anytime they get a chance to poke fun at something, they will use an animated version of the Grinch, and they will use like an animated version of the Jim Carrey Grinch, because it's like that was the one that a lot of fans hated because it was really, really ugly. So there is that. But yes, I do remember seeing a bunch of those. I thought Transformers Prime wasn't bad. It's a lot better than Cyberverse from the clips that I've seen. Again, don't have cable, but it's a lot better than Cyberverse, I want to say. It's not like my tablet's gonna stay there, but yeah, it's a lot better than Cyberverse was. But I kind of feel like Cyberverse kind of had like the better Transformers in a way because you had the really good combiner. But yeah. Yeah, it's just. Yep, Audrey Gretzel, that's the one. I could never think of her name. I just go Dr. Seuss's widow because it's just literally the only one. That's how I instantly have an answer for it. It's like, oh yeah, Dr. Seuss's widow. That's the one. But yeah. Ooh, favorite Hey Arnold episode. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a good question. There's a few actually I remember watching Hey Arnold wise, but none of them that immediately come to my mind. Okay, I just wanted to check something on my tablet while I was sitting here. It's nothing in regards to it's kind of in regard to how my week went, but nothing else on it. For like Hey Arnold episode, yeah, like I said, there's a few of them that I really like. There's some really good ones, especially like the Helga one when she went to therapy. That was really good, where we learned a lot more about her backstory. There was I'm actually going to say the episode that should have been the series finale, since they wanted to end it, not Phoebe blasting the fart into the microphone. That was technically the final episode of Hey Arnold before the Jungle movie came out, but I kind of like the map one. I think would have been a better way to end it. That was a good one though too. I thought animated was weird. I'm not gonna lie about that. I thought animated was weird, and from the standpoint of it just did not to me look right. It did not to me feel right. It felt just way off base for what Transformers should have been. It felt like they took because when I was growing up, I grew up in the 90s. So we had Beast Wars was the first Transformers I ever saw. Then Beast Machines, then Robots in Disguise for me. Then it was Armada, Armada Energon, and then Cybertron. When animated came out, I was like, I had already seen like the CGI stuff, and I'd already seen the 2D from Armada, and then the CGI from Energon and Cybertron. So I was like, this kind of feels to me like it's massively weak sauce, and it did in a way. It really felt like weak sauce to me. Centurion, Simpsons, King of the Hill, Doug, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. What was that one I used to watch on? What was that one I used to watch on? Don't Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. Space Ghost. Just to name a few. Those are like the few that I can think of. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to do my receipt thing then from yesterday. That's what it was. Okay, I'll have to take care of that receipt then. Like I said, I'm really sorry, everybody, if I don't seem like I'm really into this week. Like I said, I had a horrible week, and I was feeling better this morning. I really was. And then I just started getting, I felt really good. I meditated, and then I just went to pot. It just suddenly, like the weight of it just hit me again. I was like, damn it. And it just fucked me up again. So SML is in Super Mario Logan. No, I stopped watching that channel. If it's SML is in some type of cartoon, no, I don't know of it then. And technically, that guy can't even use Super Mario in his name anymore because he got sued by Nintendo. I remember that. He got sued. He got sued. Oh, I remember Duckman. I remember Duckman from the concept of I figured it was Super Mario Logan. I kind of had a thought. I remember Duckman from like Comedy Central, watching the reruns of it. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. Then again, I'm not a huge fan of Jason Alexander, so there is that. Well, I know what it's based off of. I saw the research. I saw like a retrospective review on it. I just honestly don't have a favorite episode of it. Yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm just not a huge Jason Alexander fan. He's one of those, I can take him like certain movies and certain concepts, but in small doses. That's my thought process on it. It's just like small doses. Ooh, favorite Futurama episodes. Okay, I really got to think about this one. Oh, how do I do? Do I actually have any favorite ones from Futurama? Oh, I don't think I have any favorites from Futurama. I don't think I have any. I mean, I liked Futurama as a whole. I liked, like I quote every now and then, like, oh, well, we're boned, or oh, I'm not allowed to do this, huh? Well, I'll make my own, whatever this is, with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the blackjack and the hookers. Just screw the whole thing. I want to say that the last season of the last season on Comedy Central wasn't bad up until the last few episodes. Then it just kind of went to pot. Zoidberg finally getting a girlfriend was nice. But that final episode just pissed me off. I hate when they do we're just gonna reset everything back to square one stuff. I hate that with a passion. I really don't have a favorite SML character. Mostly because I watched the show, I had watched some of the episodes. I get the concept of it. He was poking. It was a parody. It was definitely a parody. No one will argue that with him. No one will argue that against him. It was a parody. What kind of got me for it was a parody that just kind of didn't work well for some people. I mean, I get the concept of it. I understood it, but to me, it just kind of seemed like here's Mario. He's a parent to a special needs kid who basically screws around with his other kids, and the one's a spoiled brat. That's what I kind of got from that. I can't really say I have any favorites from it because I only watched a few episodes of it for like maybe a month, and that was about it. I think Bowser from anything. I mean, he's Bowser. Come on, he's a turtle dragon. Bowser's everybody's favorite. Hey Isaac, how you doing? Well, Iron Man's number one for my favorite superhero. So it's Iron Man. Um, Green Lantern would kind of be second if we're not counting franchises. I'll go Green Lantern second, Static Shock third, Hulk's fourth, Spider-Man's fifth. I kind of want to say Wonder Woman. I'll put sixth for my favorites. Seventh would be that was that one. The hell was that one from that show? God, I can't think of that show all the time. Oh yeah, thank you. That's a Ghost Rider. That's the one. Thank you. Ghost Rider would be 7. Crap, I just got into this discussion the other week with somebody. What the hell was it? There's another one. I can't think of the name. God damn it. I can't think of the name. Hellboy. I consider him a hero in a way. So Hellboy, so that's 8. And I really can't think of the last 2 that I would have for my top 10. I thought Spawn was okay, but keep in mind the only thing that I ever remember Spawn from was that movie from the 90s. With John Leguizamo as the fat clown, and I think it was Martin Sheen was the villain. That is literally the only thing Spawn related I remember. That is it. Ghost Rider, I remember. I remember Ghost Rider. I mean, you ever talk superheroes, which one's my favorite? Iron Man is going to be the top of my list. Come on. I'm an Iron Man nut. Like I said earlier, everybody, if you missed it for the new people that showed up, if I seem a little down in the dumps, I had a horrible week. If you want to know why, I did a live stream update last night. It's called Life Update. Go check that out then. It'll literally explain what's going on and why I'm a little down in the dumps right now. And it has just been today felt really good, but I think now it's because I'm coming off of my bender, on my 2-day Dr. Pepper bender, because I drank Snapple today. So I'm kind of coming off my bender, and it's not yeah. Top 10 favorite supervillains. I actually really don't have any that I like. Honestly, I really don't have any supervillains that I like. I mean, aside from Mr. Freeze, that would be about the only one because I don't really consider him a villain. I really don't. Wait, Isaac, am I better than Disney right now? So, like, me somewhat depressed and down in the dumps is better than Disney? Wow. Holy crap. If that's what you meant by that, that actually makes me feel a little better. Thank you. I never thought about Thanos, but then again, you gotta remember the only experience and exposure I had to Thanos was the same as everybody else, or majority of people was with Avengers and Infinity War and Endgame. So I don't really like I said, I don't really have that many supervillains to consider when it comes to I need to pick your top 10 favorite supervillains. I really don't have that many. Favorite animation style, I want to say it's something akin to like what Teen Titans did and what the second season of SWAT Cats did, where it's sort of like it's inspiring animation from Japan, but it's not actually outright taken. So it's not anime, but it's anime like. Oh, well, thanks, Isaac. Oh, thank you. No, true. Disney screwed up Marvel pretty bad right now. That's an understatement. Disney style isn't bad depending on what era we're talking. If you're going the early stuff, it's not bad. If you're talking like around the Phineas and Ferb and Wander Over Yonder era, it's not bad. If you're going what's in between, I'm gonna question that because some of their stuff kind of felt a little out of place for what it was. But yeah. Okay, we talking Kratos from God of War, or are we talking a different Kratos here? Okay, I know you're a classic animation fan, Chuck. I know that. I know that. I think he's not bad. I played God of War, the first one for the PS2. It was a deal that a friend of mine and I had. My buddy Sean from tech school. He was like he kept going on and on and on about God of War. I kept going on and on and on about the Iron Man game. So then finally we're over at GameStop the one day and they have them both on sale used. And I was like, here, you get Iron Man, I'll get God of War. We'll each play the other game and see what we have to say. I didn't mind it. I'm just not a huge fan of blood and gore, but it wasn't bad. But I never beat the game, unfortunately. And to download the ROM is extraordinarily high. So, yeah. There's a Mario parody that had Kratos. That's fun. I didn't know that. That I did not know. See, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't decide to just forego this stream this week. I kind of did. I kind of needed something to distract me, and I'm kind of glad I didn't just like, you know what, screw this, and just call it off because I'm actually. It is helping me. It is helping to distract me, but it's gonna be a while for me to get into a slightly better place mentally right now. I'm just screwed up. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of internet memes, so I really don't know any. Aside from the Timmy Turner's dad as Ash Ketchum, this is where I would put my Pokemon League trophy if I had one, which he now technically does, unfortunately. But that's like the only one I remember. Yeah, Dinkelberg. Favorite Looney Tunes character probably be Bugs Bunny. It's one of my favorites, but that'd be probably about it because the other ones kind of got really weird. I know my mom's a huge fan of Tweety Bird. She's a huge fan of Tweety, but I am more of a Bugs fan, I want to say. But that's just me. No, what makes me laugh is the joke. Ironically, from that episode, the charades one, where was that the charades episode? The one where he goes, and this is not Ghostbusters 2. And I'm like, no, technically that is. Because they had to row through the river of shit that came out of it. I think Iron Man can pretty much take them all down. If given the chance, I'm pretty sure he could take them all down. Their super villain, villain wise, it would depend on what. If we're going like just straight up Marvel franchise, he could probably take down every single one of them because of the contingency plans that he puts in place for each and every single one. For if we're talking like outside of Marvel's thing, it would vary depending on what franchise we're going with. The only one that he probably wouldn't be able to take on would be the Borg because they would just destroy him. My favorite Courage episodes would be actually I will say episodes. It's the one with the snowman and the release the slab. I like that one too. Return the slab. What's your offer? I like that one too. But yeah. Favorite. Does Code Lyoko count as Canadian or is that French? Because if Code Lyoko counts, I'll go with Code Lyoko. If it doesn't, I'll have to go with Total Drama Island. I actually did not mind that. Okay, well then Code Lyoko. I will go with Code Lyoko. I liked Code Lyoko. I kind of felt like they really could have did like one more, like a spin-off movie or something after it ended. I hate that it just ended, and it ended on a Saturday, no less, at like noon, and nobody knew about it until you actually look it up. It ended on Saturday at noon. Yes, I did see Kappa Mikey. I didn't like the art though in it. I thought the art style was kind of weird. It felt like I almost felt like one of those really chintzy and cheap Scholastic books you would get that would try to teach you how to draw anime style things. And I'm just like, yeah, no. But I did see that. What in the hell is Johnny Flash Optimus Prime? That's my answer, Crown. What in the hell is that? I don't know who Chris McLean is, so I really can't say. Here's a newsflash for everybody if you're wondering. I don't keep up a lot on current events. I like living in my own little world with my own friends, and one of them I did something stupid to this week. Promised her I wouldn't block her on Twitter, and I blocked her on Twitter so I wouldn't be tempted to see how clean. And I am now an idiot because that automatically removed her from following me. Oh, him. Oh, that Chris McLean. Okay, from Total Drama. Okay, see, I don't know a lot of YouTubers. That's another thing. Again, I keep to my own little corner of YouTube too. Technically, he would just be the host. They'd have to go after the production company for that, and he's just the middleman. They can't. They wouldn't technically have been able to go after him. But yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I don't really know like current events. So if it was like, I didn't know if it was a current event. But yeah, no. For as far as like the host of the show, he couldn't go after. They couldn't go after him for the crimes. He's just being told what to do by the producers. The producers are the ones that make the games and make the challenges. He just hosts the show. It's that simple. Can't believe I went on a 3-day Dr. Pepper bender for over this to hit. It's been a long freaking week. I'm not happy anymore. Favorite Dinosaurs episode? Refrigerator Day is one of my favorites. Hurling Day is another good one. I like Hurling Day too. Hurricane is more superior. It would technically have to go with whatever can give out stronger wind speeds, and a hurricane can actually go higher than a tornado, so hurricane. That's true. It got a few different reboots. You had some sequels and spin-offs to Total Drama, which definitely made it better. You had World Tour, All Stars. There was a whole bunch. Save for the one where they were kids, like infants in that. That one was kind of weird, but yeah, it definitely was given a much better reboot than Teen Titans was. Teen Titans was just taken out back and butchered, and not well either. It should, Isaac, but unfortunately it won't because Cartoon Network's making too much money off of it. They're making bank off of it. So until it stops making them bank, it won't go away. Underrated cartoon shows I would recommend. Definitely SWAT Cats, Centurions, right off the top of my head. Those two without a doubt. There was a really good one that came out. Oh God, what the hell was the year it came? Oh, Pelswick. That is one I would definitely say is a good one. Pelswick was a good show. As Told by Ginger wasn't bad either on Nickelodeon. I liked that one. Wander Over Yonder did not get the love it deserved. But there's a few of them, but those are like the five off the top, right off the top of my head. I would do I would consider underrated that definitely need a thing. I kind of remember that show in a way. I kind of remember it. I kind of remember that show. I mean, I don't fully remember. I just kind of remember it. I'm gonna have to try meditating again tonight. Try to get my mind off of this. And I'm gonna have to actually ask the person that I'm talking to on Discord if they don't mind being kind of like my sponsor in a way. I have too many of them to count, but if you want my all-time favorite, I go with Space Ghost. I actually liked Space Ghost. It's one of my favorites. Let me do that quick while I'm thinking of it. I'm gonna do that quick while I'm thinking of it. Send this person a message quick and ask, hey, if you don't mind, you might be sort of like my sponsor in a way, sort of like what the alcoholics have for AA. Because I just I didn't think about asking them that earlier, and since I really screwed up this time, I kind of feel like it may not be a bad idea to actually ask them that question. Oh, it was horrible when it was just a short on Kablam. I hated Angela Anaconda. I hated that show. Look, when you have to literally shoehorn in a show into the start of a movie for a franchise that was already standing on its own, going toe to toe with Pokemon, barely surviving, mind you, but still going toe to toe with Pokemon, and then you decide, oh, I'm going to up and put this like short on before this movie that parents are dragging their kids to see that may have hated that. Yeah, no, I still hate Angela Anaconda. I'm gonna ask my friend this quick. Since the problem is that most of my friends are busy right now, IRL, so I can't like sit down and actually have a long, drawn out conversation with an actual physical person. So I have to do a lot of this stuff online. No, Teletoon's motto was let's see what we can make quick and cheap, and what we can get our hands on quick and cheap. Okay, and I just gotta wait for them to respond back. They live out in the West Coast, so that's gonna be a while. Cartoon Network Canada. Oh, I was gonna say, doesn't Cartoon Network technically own them now? I thought Cartoon Network owned them. Yeah, I'm just. I thought Cartoon Network owned them. To be honest, like before. I mean, like beforehand. I thought those like they owned them beforehand. Okay, see, I wasn't sure. Okay, Chuck, I live in the States. I don't live in Canada. I live in the States. I don't live in Canada. I wish I lived in Canada. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I lived here with my friends, one of which I really fucked up with. God, I'm sorry. It's gonna be on my mind for a while. I'm trying to work through it. That's why I'm talking to this other person to see if they don't mind being like a sponsor, like what Alcoholics Anonymous has. Because I really fucked up this week, and I have nobody else to talk to. And I mean, like, nobody else to talk to. Two members on here. Did I throw up on this list? Oh, yeah, okay, I did throw her on. I think I blocked her though. No, I didn't. Okay. In my background? Bender? Where? Point it out to me, Chuck. If you see Bender in my background, I want to know where you see Bender. My right or your right? Okay, my right or your right? Definitely gonna have to try to figure out how to learn how to forget somebody. How to forget feelings and shit. Top right. Go here or over here? Okay, so you're right. So you're sitting in front of something. Okay, so my right would be here. So you're right. Okay, so over here. Top right corner. So over here. Air conditioning hose attacher? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna literally just go. All right, hold on. Favorite adult cartoon series. Honestly, I like a few. I'm going to stand over here. I'm gonna make my way over here. I'm gonna point around and tell me stop. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, like air conditioning attacher. I don't know what you're talking about. There's right here. Oh, this. Is this what you guys are talking about? I forgot there's a delay. So it's like, there, stop. Okay, wait, right here. No, that's not an air. No, yeah, it looks like Bender, but no, it's not. It's when I worked at Five Below, I got to take some of the trash home that was used for like packaging the items and that to help reduce the trash we were putting out, and because we were packing up a lot of my grandfather's crap at the time, like pictures and that. So what this is, it's actually insulation that was used to like hold mirrors. So, like if we had like a bunch of mirrors that came in, we would get that would be wrapped around. If it was something that was fragile or breakable, like mugs, glass jars, stuff like that, we would put something like that there. So I brought a bunch of those home to like wrap up stuff for eBay. Because the box that's like right up here, because I know you guys can't see that. Hold on a second. This box right up here has a bunch of stuff in for my mom because she was trying to make a Christmas tree. One silly overnight story. The one silly over. Okay. Refresh my memory. Yeah, it's not. It's just like, oh, yeah, it's just like I think I have a smaller piece. Yeah, it's basically like this. It's just a little bigger of a piece. That's all. That's all it basically is. And yes, I know. For somebody points it out, I got to clean this place up. It's. I know none of my friends are available tomorrow. Maybe that's something I should just do tomorrow. I'll just try cleaning this place up a little bit, make me feel a little better. I don't fucking know. I don't feel like. I really don't feel like doing anything, to be honest. Memories that I have from my old job, like that one silly overnight story. Okay, again, Chuck, what silly overnight story? I don't remember off the top of my head. Refresh my memory, and then I'll probably help to jog it, and then I'll go, oh, okay, that. Yeah, okay, give me a second. Okay, you're really like narrowing it down to a freaking year here. For like 2017, 2018. You do realize I did that podcast for like 5 years, right? From 2016 to last October. I did that podcast for almost 5 years, Chuck. I don't remember them all. I've had a lot of funny overnight stories. Tales from the fucking store. Uh Cartoons that I miss. There's a few of them. Ones that weren't bad. Uh there have actually been a few. Not many to name, but there have been a few. Like I don't remember the names of them. It's just like if I see them, I'll go, "Oh, this was a good show. Wish I would have gotten another show." Oh, thanks for binge watching some. That's nice of you. Makes me feel good. All right. If you just want like some memories from when I was working there, I do have a few. There was a time that my one coworker shocked his nuts. We were stocking this cage of stuff. We were putting stuffed animals into this cage, and he was like, and it was my supervisor technically, and he's like, "You got to just dump them in like this, dump them in like this, do it real quick. So we got a lot of other stuff to do yet tonight or early this morning. No, it was night. It was a night shift job. It was a night shift one, and he gets a little too close to the cage and he took over doing it. I just opened the box and he was yanking them out of the box, dumping them in, yanking them out, dumping them in, yanking them out, dumping them in. And he got a little too close to the cage and it electrocuted him. It shocked his nuts. He actually jumped, fell back onto the floor and went, "Damn it, because that shocked my nuts." That was kind of funny. There was the one coworker we had the one time that actually tried hopping the ladder across the back wall, and the ladder kind of slipped. He literally jumps off of it, lands on his feet behind it as the ladder falls this way, and made this really loud noise that scared the crap out of the security guard outside that thought that we were robbing the damn place. And there's a couple of times the security alarm actually went off. There was one, it went off literally in the middle of our shift because we had to put the alarm on, and we set it because we just had a break. So my supervisor went out for smoke. He came back in. He set the alarm into the stay mode so we could walk around. And then all of a sudden, it's like, I'd say 5-10 minutes after we started, we're back up front working some of the stuff out in the one section. And all of a sudden, the alarm starts going off. And I mean, like, it's just blaring the alarm. And lo and behold, driving right in front of the store at the time the alarm's blaring is a local police officer that sees a whole bunch of people inside the store and is immediately like, oh my God, they're robbing the place. Only for my supervisor to go, no, we work here. See the shirts, we work here. He proved that it's like, yeah, but those are some good memories. Yeah, I've had a few. There have been a lot. But like I said, you'd have to like refresh my memory. I enjoyed the peace and quiet that I had. The fact that I could that I was in charge of taking care of this, this, and this, and so long as I reported it, which I did, and I backed it up with, okay, here's the proof of it. Like I took the screenshot or I had the printout to prove what I did, that nobody questioned it, nobody had any issues. I enjoyed that. I liked the designing of the stuff, but right now I don't really have any good memories since I got thrown out. Basically, I was quietly pushed out the freaking door. So that kind of sucks. But yeah. It's been, I mean, I was over at the fire company for like 13 years, like 13 or my home. Started in 2003, 2004. Like 2003 or 2004, I started as a junior, and then I only left last December, so it was almost like, it might have been almost 18 years when I was there. So it's been a while. Well, my grandfather and I used to go to flea markets before we started getting uppity. We would go to flea markets every Saturday and yard sales every Saturday. I miss Even Stevens. I thought that was a good show. I want to say some of the earlier Disney stuff from like I want to say some of the earlier Disney stuff, like from the early 2000s, wasn't bad. Stuff like that was good. How much power I got left? I have to charge you up. Okay. I was just checking how much battery power I had left. I like a lot of songs. There's a few that live rent free right now in my head, like Rasputin by Boney M, Moscow by Genghis Khan. The song I was listening to on Wednesday, "Can't Smile Without You" by Barry Manilow. There's a few actually that I kind of like. Most of it's just like anime openings and that. They weren't bad. Hannah Montana, though, I kind of feel like was Disney's piss poor attempt to try to capitalize on the tween market that Nickelodeon kind of already had in a way. And like Nickelodeon did it first, and Disney was like, "Well, hold my beer. I'm gonna try this now." And they just kind of dropped the ball on it a little harder than they should have. But then again, to be fair, Nickelodeon also put Dan Schneider in charge of their tween centric shows, and we all know how well that went. I like that song too. This is an old doo-wop song. I had a whole bunch of old doo-wop CDs. I think I got them upstairs yet. Like I said, I'm really sorry if I seem out of it mentally this week. It's just I've had a long week, and it's just all right. Because I know nobody's actually gonna go watch the damn thing. I'm just gonna say it here quick. This will be the last. This is literally gonna be the last time I'm gonna say it. But this way, we're all on the same page here, so we all know what the hell's going on with me. So, because I did the live video yesterday, just on the off chance that hey, just in case I seem out of it tonight, because I didn't know if I was going to be or not. So here's what's going on, and I was kind of thinking I'm probably gonna have to say it again anyway, but yeah, Isaac, give me 1 second. I will explain this. And I'm technically not back to my normal self, and I'm still more fucked up yet. But so, if anybody remembers me talking about this back in February. So back in February, a friend of mine had facial feminization surgery on Valentine's Day. I was worried sick about her. I was really worried about her. So I basically was talking with her pretty much every day since then. Even while she was recovering, I was sending her jokes every morning, wishing her a good night every night. I was trying to talk with her to keep her spirits up and stuff like that. So over the last almost 2 months, I started, getting some feelings for her. And I didn't think they were going to go anywhere. I still don't. Did not know what to expect from me sending her this letter. But if anybody watched the podcast last week, you might have remembered I took a selfie because she was doing a little vacation thing. I thought, okay, she's taking like a micro vacation or she's having a girls' weekend or something. But no, she wasn't apparently. So last weekend, she met up with somebody IRL who is now her girlfriend. She just moved in with her this weekend. I literally sent her a letter that I had ChatGPT help me write last Sunday. I sent that to her Monday morning, about 8 hours after she had put up on her Discord server, hey, I guess I have a girlfriend now. And then she's moving in with her. She was putting up on her Twitter page, hey, I'm moving in with my girlfriend. At first, she's like, next weekend. And then it became this week. First, it was 3 to 4 weeks. Then it was next weekend. And then it became this weekend because the girlfriend only lives like an hour away from her. And I was like, okay. I felt really stupid for sending her this letter, then telling her exactly how I feel, saying, I don't really expect anything to come of this. I don't know what to expect from this. I just didn't want to lose you as a friend. Then Tuesday, I sent her a message saying, hey, I got to take a break from her friendship here. I got to take a break from you for a little while because I got to process my feelings because this is a lot for me to take in because I literally acted like an idiot. I tell you how I feel. Right as you get a girlfriend, I don't want to fuck this up for you because she looks really fucking happy with her. I told her I won't block you on Twitter. I'm thinking to myself, I'll just mute her tweets because I can't lie to her. Now, apparently I did because I blocked her because it really got a little hard for me to take. But I blocked her on Twitter yesterday. I thought, oh, wait, shit, I didn't want to do that. And I unblocked her then today only to realize that when you block someone on Twitter, if they're following you, it automatically has them unfollow you, which is great. So now I basically lied to her, which really makes me feel good because she's the one person I really couldn't lie to. And I didn't technically lie. I had no plans to block her. But I tell her that I'm worried it's going to be like bad. It's going to end badly for her, but I'm happy for her. I really am. I'm happy for her. I'm just worried sick about it because I think she's moving way too fucking fast, but what the hell? I'm in no position to really help her out. I just feel horrible about it. I cried Wednesday night, but yeah, I don't mind AI, Chuck. It's just a bitch sometimes, like this one was to me. So, I was dealing with that most of the week. Wednesday was my last day at work for the week. I came home Wednesday night, drank a Dr. Pepper with dinner, drank my last two sitting in here, literally right down here, crying to Barry Manilow's I Can't Smile Without You. Yes, if anybody I'm better now. Isaac, hold that thought. Isaac, before you think I'm better, my friend, hold that thought. But yeah, I'm sitting in here crying to I Can't Smile Without You, thinking of the line from Hellboy, you're in love, have a beer. This is basically what I was doing because I do kind of love her. I do love her. I do think the world of her, but not in like I want to have a physical romantic relationship with her. I would be happy talking with her. I'd be happy, just sitting next to her, watching movies and shit like that. I don't want to ruin her happiness. She looks really, really happy. I don't want, anything to come about of it. Yes, I understand. Okay, you're really overthinking this, blah, blah, blah. Believe me, my mind runs about 150 miles a fucking minute with certain things. And this literally happened Monday morning, Isaac. So Monday morning, I sent her the letter at 8:18. At like 12:43 in the morning, she posted up on her Discord. I was meeting up with somebody IRL for the first time over the weekend, hence why I wasn't on social that much. And I guess I have a girlfriend now. And she's like, oh, about maybe 3-4 weeks I'll be moving. This, oh no, I'm gonna move. But yeah, I had to like unfollow her Twitch stream. I did like everything I could think of and everything I could do to just like distance myself while I try to heal, because I want to process my feelings and my emotions to see if I can at least still be her friend. That's what I'm more concerned about, is if I can still be her friend. If not, I have a contingency plan already in place and fixed up. And that contingency plan is I have a scheduled email to send to that will send to me on a Friday morning in a couple months. And it's going to tell me that if I'm not in a good place, if I don't feel like I'm comfortable, that I can separate my feelings, to go with the nuclear option. And nuclear option is I'm literally giving her the choice whether or not she still wants to be my friend or not. I'm not going to make the choice. If she doesn't want me as a friend, I will respect it. And I will just take that as what it's supposed to be. If she's okay with it, because she knows how I feel about her. She knows how I feel. That's what I don't want to have happen badly. But all while this is going on, because I am talking to a friend of hers. That's the one that I messaged quick to ask, hey, would you mind being my sponsor? Not so much, and I actually put down, like not money wise, but like I can talk to you, make sure I stay on the right path here, that I don't start slipping shit. Sort of like what the Alcoholics Anonymous have. But yeah, so all while this is going on, I think, hey, I'm going to ask my mom for some motherly advice. And I asked her that Wednesday morning. I'm like, hey, mom, can you give me some motherly advice then when I get home from work? I sent you a message on Facebook explaining everything. Then I texted her later in the day, and I'm like, so do you have any motherly advice for me? And she goes, we'll talk when you get home. And I brought up, and I'm like, so do you have any motherly advice? I said, so what's your motherly advice? And this is exactly how the conversation went. So I go, do you have any motherly advice? My mom immediately goes, well, help me to understand this. You want to transition into a woman to be a lesbian? No, I want to transition to be comfortable in my body. I still like girls. Well, I don't know. And the conversation then devolved into why she is not happy with my decision to transition. And this is the part, Isaac, where you're going back to my normal self. No offense. It's okay. This is the part where it really hurts. So now my appointment is on Monday to hopefully start my hormone replacement therapy. I am now debating canceling that appointment. The reason why is because my mom is so upset because I look so much like my father. Like, I look like him, I act like him, I have the same personality as him. So in her eyes, if I transition, I'm taking him away from her again. Because he died before I was born. She was pregnant with me when he died. So in her eyes, if I so much as transition and I change who I am, I'm taking him away from her. So my choices are I either transition and be comfortable in my body, or I stay like this to make her happy and I'm miserable. All the while, I'm also dealing with at least you're human. Oh yeah, I'm human. Oh yeah, I'm human. That's for damn sure. I'm human. All right. I have emotions. I have feelings, and I am a fucking idiot. A 135 IQ moron is me. Yes. Oh, I'm human. But yeah, so that's basically my options. Throw that entire thing, which is literally coming up this Monday. So she brings this up. I'm literally on my little vacation, and she's bringing this up to me. This is why I'm not happy about this. That's my appointment's Monday at 1 o'clock on Monday. She brings this up to me Wednesday night. Do you know why I'm not happy about this? Why I'm not thrilled about this? So I can basically stay the way I am and make her happy and make myself miserable, or make myself happy and then probably just have to find a new place to live because she's going to be pissed the hell off. And we don't even own this place. We're still living here under the good graces of my aunt, because this is still my grandfather's estate. It has been, I'm sorry, my late grandfather's estate, and it hasn't even been settled yet. But basically, those are my two options, and I'm not happy with either of them. To be completely honest with you, I'm not happy with either option. I want to transition. I want to be more comfortable in my body, but she's not comfortable with me transitioning. And if I do it, it's going to upset her because now she's losing the guy she loved all over again because I look so much like him and I act so much like him and I'm just like him. Meanwhile, if I don't transition, I'm miserable in my body. I'm not comfortable in my body, but she gets to be happy by having the last remnants of the guy she loved walking around. So I'm literally between a rock and a hard place. So you take that, and then you throw it on top of I tell my friend how I feel about her. I put my heart on the table. I open the hell up to my friend. And I tell her how I feel about her. Right as she gets a girlfriend. Which, by the way, gave me the trifecta that I needed for my last bingo spot, because I had classmate in high school that got engaged the summer before I told her. So there was that. I had coworker that I liked that I told. She was married for a month before I told her. And now this girl I really like, that I get along with, that I enjoy talking to every fucking day, gets a girlfriend the minute I tell her. And the best part about this, I'm basically out here in a sea in a leaking boat. It is about the best metaphor I can explain for this. I literally was on a bender for 2 days of drinking Dr. Pepper. I actually went to the Dollar Tree on Thursday and I wanted to get $20 worth, but they didn't have $20 worth. I ended up only getting 9 bottles. I drank all 9 of those bottles. Basically, I drank 6 of them on Thursday, and I drank 3 of them yesterday, and I had 3 bottles that I had left Wednesday that I drank. So that's a grand total of 12 bottles of Dr. Pepper within a span of 2 days. So you take all of that, put it together, and then just throw that in my head here. That has been my week right now. I am so mentally fucked up, it isn't funny. I have cried my eyes out twice. I don't think I can listen to Barry Manilow's I Can't Smile Without You again without crying. In fact, right now I'm fighting back tears. I have no friends I can go and talk to right now because they're all busy. Literally. Either they're working this weekend, they're out of town this weekend, or they're busy this weekend with other things and they don't have the time to, sit and shoot the shit with me. So I am literally between a rock and a hard place. I have nobody I can really talk to that can actually offer me like a hug and say, it's going to be okay. and hear out my problem. I have nothing. So, in essence, I am effectively on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and it feels like the boat's leaking. That has been my week in a nutshell. Like I said, I meditated this morning. I dropped some stuff off quick at a friend's place because I knew she was busy. Thanks, Chuck. I thank you for feeling my sympathy. I dropped some stuff off at her place quick. I literally catch her. She's walking outside to throw some trash out. And it's like, oh, cool. You just saved me a trip up to your door. And I gave, because I gotten her something for Easter, but I didn't get a chance to give it to her. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for a drive. I thought about going to the movies, which violating my credo of I'm never going to the movies again. That violated my credo. I almost did. I decided not to because, one, I decided no, and two, there wasn't really anything in that I could go see. Unless I wanted to go see Dungeons & Dragons or wait till 12 o'clock and go watch a subtitled movie. Both options didn't really seem thrilling to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go to the movies. But I dressed like this today to make my mom happy. I was Jessica Thursday and Friday. Today I dressed like this to make her happy so she'd at least fucking look at me. We could literally sit in the living room and watch TV at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She won't even look at me if I talk to her. I could ask her a question. She will keep her head turned away from me because she doesn't want to see me as female. So I'm literally between a rock and a hard place. And it fucking sucks right now to be me. Like I said, I contemplated almost not doing this week because this is the name of this podcast. This is the friend that helped me come up with his name. It was a joke, and it's kind of painful, but I have to move the fuck on, and talking about it a little bit does help. At least the way I see it, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not begging for help. I'm not begging. Well, okay, rephrase that. I'm not begging for sympathy. I wouldn't mind somebody like patting me on the shoulder, give me a hug and saying it's going to be okay. And at least, hearing me the hell out and trying to offer a bit of advice. But I'm of the person that I feel like the more people that know, the more people try to help. And the more people that try to help, the better off you can be. And sometimes the quicker you can heal. I have been watching some YouTube videos of how to heal. I told my coworkers, the ones going for counseling, literally says you're probably gonna end up having to take a break from her. And because he like, here's my number, text me if things start getting too bad. I did that. He goes, you're gonna have to take a break from her. You're gonna have to block her or mute her or something on Twitter because you're gonna see her tweets and they're just gonna get you upset, and then it's gonna impact you negatively. And I did that, and that's when I forgot yesterday. Oh shit. If you block somebody, it automatically forces them to be unfollowed, them to no longer follow you. And I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that. So now it's like, shit. Because now I feel like I lied to her. The thing is, and this is what's getting to me, okay? Again, I had no idea what to expect from this letter I sent her. None. None whatsoever. I had no idea what to expect from this. What is eating at me? This is what I feel like is eating at me. One, I know she's happy. Whether or not it's a temporary happiness, I don't know. She seems happy. I'm glad she's happy. I'm glad she found somebody. She kept making this, I want to live alone. I want to live alone. I want to live alone. And I have been alone a few times. It sucks. It is horrible. Your head starts telling you things that you do not want to hear. Knowing there is somebody else there, even if they're not in the same room, knowing somebody else is living with you is, in my opinion, a really good way to prevent the demons in your head from taking over one night. That's how I feel, and I have always felt that way. So I'm happy she found somebody. I really am. I know that there are people that are saying, but you're just not happy. You're just not happy. It's not you. I'm not going to deny that. Yes, I wouldn't have minded if it would have been me. Granted, again, I'm in no real position to take her. I'm not very well off monetarily. She needs somebody that can have, we all have personal demons. Yep. And right now mine are whooping my ass, tag teaming me. It's basically I fucked up with my friend and I might not have her anymore as a friend. And you have my mom does not want me to transition. And they are both tag teaming my ass. and it is painful as fuck. Oh, you want things that I have squared away in my mind, Chuck? I have an entire haunted town in my head. I guarantee you there's a section somewhere in my brain of the haunted nightmares that I have had to go through in life. But the thing is that my brain will instantly start thinking. I can process and come up with and look at every possibility of something. And my brain will automatically focus on the worst possible scenarios as a way for me to prevent them from happening. So with this, while I'm happy for my friend, yes, yes, I won't deny it. I am jealous it's not me. I won't deny that. Was I expecting anything from this letter? No, I honestly don't know what I was expecting from this letter. She knows. I feel like an idiot for telling her. She knows. I'm worried that I'm going to have to, tell her I can't be your friend anymore, but I'm going to leave that option to her rather than me doing it, because I am a fucking coward in regards to this. Because I blocked her once. I think I just blocked her again, so I'm not tempted to look on my account. I have Jessica's account. She's not blocked on that one, but I have a fail-safe and contingency plans set in place, and I'm probably gonna end up unblocking her again, to be completely honest. Nightmares. Yeah, I have I have nightmares. The problem is I haven't slept much either the last few nights. So like I would go to sleep, I would wake up, it would be like 6:30 in the morning, and I'd be like, okay, cool, it's 6:30 in the morning. And I'd be like, shit, it's 6:30 in the morning. I went to sleep at like 11. Fuck. And I feel like really horrible about it. But yeah. Like I said, I'm probably gonna end up like unblocking her. I have her muted so I can't see her shit. But it just still it just gets to me. And what it basically boils down to is I screwed up. And it's not a simple I can take it back, because it's out there. She knows. Oh man, I can't, wrong account. I was like, yeah, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, wrong account. It's not that big. There's 3 floors. This is my grandfather's old room. So there is that, but it's not that big of a house. I mean, granted, there is a second floor, what I used to live in. I could literally just go, yeah, I did block her. I'm going to unblock it. I have her muted. I have her freaking tweets muted. I can just live with that and be done with it. I can just live with the tweets being muted. Then, oh wait, hold on, shit. Oh fuck. Forgot I got to add her back to that list now, so they don't accidentally shoot up in my thing. But I mean, if in all honesty, I could take her in. I could technically take her in. She would just end up having to live. I just have to work on self-control and not actually look at her fucking shit, which is easier said than done. She could technically live on the second floor if she wanted. Yeah, so I'm just a fucking idiot. But yeah, it's just that's how my week's been. And I'm just a fucking moron. And I'm just a fucking moron, basically. You'd rather have a Mercury Sable or a Jeep. We used to have an 01 Sable. I love that car, but I kind of always wanted a Jeep in a way. But yeah, so that's basically, that is how I'm already doing that. I know that. I got a reply back from the friend. I'm already doing that. like that they sent back a reply. I'm already am already doing that. Thank you, because I feel I'm slipping, hence why I asked, which is true. I kind of feel like I'm slipping, that's why I asked. But yeah, it's just been that's been my fucking week. So but yeah, so now we're all caught up on it. The last time I have to say it, like I said, it is in the just look up the live stream, the life update stream from last night. It's basically in there. It explains everything. But yeah, that has been my week. It's just I'm gonna have to learn how to, not have feelings anymore. I'm gonna have to learn how to forget somebody, unless I can create the memory eraser from MIB. Favorite video games you like? Golden Sun, Shining Force EXA, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2, Gotcha Force, Zoid's Legacy, Zoid's Battle Legends, Super Mario Sunshine, and a few others. So yeah, so there you go. So now you guys know my week. Now you know why I seem so gloomy. Oh, I know it's hard to remove feelings and emotions. I am well aware of that. And as my one coworker pointed out, he was being really, and they kind of feel like an older sibling to you, and then you tell them, hey, I really kind of have feelings for you. At the same time, they look really good with their new girlfriend, and they're really happy. It's like, yeah, no, and no, you can't go with this. Oh yeah, the Banjo games were good. I never played them. I just remember seeing like gameplay of them, but I never got to play them. My first ever console was a GameCube, so my first handheld was a Game Boy Advance, and my first ever console was a GameCube. All right, so it's been like an hour. I want to do a quickie. Oh no, I can't do a quickie rant because I'm almost out of battery power. So I actually do got to wrap this up. All right, I'm just gonna call it here because I'm running out of battery power and I don't feel like dragging the charger over. So we'll just call it here. I don't know what next week's topic will be. I will probably check out my Twitter at Otaku Roads for to see what it'll be. All right, bye everybody.